Hi, this is Jen of the Kickass Website Coach, and in the last video I mentioned using the contact form and having to change your email address to make sure that it matches up and gets sent when somebody sends a contact form to you. So I'm going to show you where to change that or adjust that. We're going to go to the Settings tab, and then you can see under General Settings there's the website title, the tagline. Here I would suggest typing in your consultant number, and then you don't have to worry about those two things. But down here, your email address. Now, typically, you're going to want this to say your URL name in it. So, for instance, Jamie at Jamie King Jewelry would be appropriate. Mine would be Jen at Kickass Website Coach. However, until you actually get your domain name email set up, you can use another email. And in this case, we're going to use Jamie's other email, her Gmail account. So you just paste that in or type it in, either way. You're going to leave the rest of this stuff pretty much the way it is. You can change your date formats if you want to. You can change your time formats, obviously, and then you just click Save Changes. On a typical new WordPress setup, I would come over here and change some of these other things. However, this theme is very specific in the way that it is set up, so you don't want to change too many things. The default post category refers to your blog posts, and this won't work until you actually have some categories set up, which we'll look at later. Obviously, there are a couple that are already set up here. As you create your own post categories, as you start blogging and you figure out what those want to be or should be, you can come back to this setting under writing, and you can change this so that it is something else. Your default post format should stay at standard. There are other options, but keep it at standard. And then you're probably not going to worry about this. If you want to learn how to be able to post blogs to the website from your email, then you can research how to do that, but otherwise don't mess with that. And then you're just going to click on Save Changes. Alright, same thing for reading. You're not going to need to change very many things. On a normal, very basic WordPress setup, this is going to refer to your blog posts. Now, if you were setting up something very specific on a basic website, you could change this, and you could select which page you wanted it to be for your front page, and then you could select a blog page, and it would automatically reset things so that when somebody typed in your URL, it would take them to this page as your front page. But that is not the best way to operate this particular theme, so we're going to leave it at the standard setting, which is already was. Now these you can mess with if you want to. On your blog page, now this does not refer to the front page setting where we had that widget set up for your blog posts, but on your actual blog page you can have it set to show only a few of your posts, or you can have it set to more of them, or you can just leave it at the standard, which is 10. And your syndication feed, this is if later on down the line you have it set up where you have an RSS feed through let's say MailChimp, and it automatically sends out an email to anybody who has signed up. What this would show is the last 10 items that have shown up. You can reset that also, and it would not affect what this setting is. This refers to whether they see all of the text in the blog post in their email or in their feed, or whether they just see a short amount of it, maybe the first paragraph. Alright, this is another one you do not want to mess with, because otherwise this will not show up in search engines. If somebody goes and types in your product name or a product keyword, if you have this clicked, it will not show up. So just click Save Changes. Discussion. This refers to people leaving comments on your blog posts. I would not really mess with any of these. They're pretty good. If you don't want people, or if you want to have to approve comments on everybody's blog or on everybody's comments, then you can change these settings. I wouldn't worry too much about them though. And then the avatars, these are what shows up next to comments when somebody leaves a comment. And you just click save in case you changed anything. Your media, this is in reference to photos that show up on your website and mostly inside your blog posts. These are standard, so I wouldn't mess with those either. And then permalinks. Permalinks refer to what your web page string looks like. So let me show you real quick. We go to blog. Then we go to this one. You'll see that actually there's a couple of things going on with this one. When this blog post got made, you'll see down here in the permalink that maybe when it was made, the title didn't actually get put in here. So let's copy this. We're going to edit. We'll put that in there. We'll click OK. We'll come update that blog post. Okay. And then we are going to go look at this post again. Okay, so now you'll see instead of saying the website name and then that number of 103, it actually shows the title for that blog post. And that is what your permalink structures are. So I have it set for the post name. So anytime you post a new blog post or a new product or a new page on your website, it's going to actually have the title of that string that you type in. Okay, and so you just click Save Changes, but you really don't need to mess with it. It's already preset. You just have to make sure you're actually typing in your title, and if you don't, you need to go back and fix it in that permalink structure like I just showed you. And we'll go over that again when we get to the blogging application. Okay, so that's it for this particular video.